Hey everyone, welcome to today's online webinar. I'm so excited to see all of you here today, and thanks for joining with me today. I'm very excited. You know what's happening? I'm right now in my home and I'm so excited to do the very first online webinar class with all of you here. And thanks for joining. Those who come in late, just keep coming in, all right? And as I start going to share, please invite your friends. Quickly tell all your friends to join in today's class. This is the first inaugural, the very first Virgin online webinar class I'm doing. I'm so excited. How about you? Are you feeling okay? Okay, please clap your hands. Say yeah! I'm part of this first online webinar with Clemen. Okay, thank you for coming once again. You know, I want to make this session really educational and really supportive to make sure all of you really come on board and to understand the whole concept behind the Wealth Trilogy. You know, the key theme for today is how to conquer the three wars of 2020. And this is a massive task. It's a massive task. And I want to make sure you go through every single step in a very detailed manner, methodological manner, so that you pick up massive knowledge today. Okay, are you ready? And if you are ready, please type in yes in the comments and let me know you are doing well. I'm just so happy to have you joining me on this very first session. So right in front of my screen, I got so many multiple tools that I'm going to deploy to share with you the fascinating knowledge that we have acquired during this period, all right? And with your permission, I'm going to jump straight into the presentation, all right? So let's check this out. So this is the major topic we're going to cover today. There are almost 4 plus 5, 9 different topics, starting from number 1, gold, followed by wars, number 3, wealth, number 4, strategy, number 5, CEO, number 6, profits, number 7, secrets, number 8, record, and number 9, taking massive action. So, are you ready? Yes, you are ready. I'm so excited to the moon because I think this is my first ever in my life, first ever online webinar, and I want to really give you massive amount of information, okay? Good, you're going to have great insights today. And with that in mind, let's check out the very first topic for today, and that's called gold. My first online webinar, right? Previously, I done some smaller classes, and you know the students come on board, and all of us will just cheer, yeah, welcome, yeah, and we'll welcome everybody. But online webinar, this is the moment in time I really can't get to see you, but you get to see me. But this is the fun part of it. And always in all the classes, you're gonna have 2 different kinds of students. All right, let's check this out. The one on my right is cheering happily. The one on the left is maybe making a gesture or what, I don't know. But you know, whatever it is still so real and still so personable. And there's always a human touch. The only 2 things that I always say, 3 things in fact I say that you can't do on an online webinar class is this. Number 1, I can't get the chance to high-five you and shake your hands. And number 2, you can't get to take pictures together with me. And number 3, I think the most important of all, for those typically who rush to sit in the very first row in front of my stage, you can't experience the powerful saliva flying off my mouth. But that's good, all right? So keep it clean now. We're going to practice social distancing. But with this technology, we're going to get closer together. All right, are you ready? I'm also ready. So before we start, I want to remind you, please turn off your mobile phones and stop your Facebook and your Instagram. It's going to destroy your life, all right? Please stop doing all that. Those are really wasting a lot of time, precious time. And especially in today's era, most of people are also switched on to WhatsApp. And especially WhatsApp group, oh my God, there's so massive amount of information just flying off. So I have a very good habit. I typically do not turn off my notification. I do not listen in to all those notifications. It's very disruptive to acquiring knowledge. So please turn off your mobile phones, and this is what you can do to really help yourself, all right? With that in mind, there's a disclaimer. On the left hand side, I'm talking about what I'm going to share today is everything is legal and permitted by law. And that's why we have a topic called legal insider trading. And insider trading is such a sexy word, but I want you to know everything that we do is legal and permitted by law. And on the right hand side, there's ethical moral principles. This is what? This is like this. You touch your heart and you feel peaceful, you can sleep well at night, and that means it has fulfilled your moral principles and you just do it, all right? So I want you to know today the information and the knowledge I'm going to impart onto you. First, legally, it's permitted by law. Secondly, ethically, it fulfills our moral principles, okay? With this in mind, let's do it! So, the all-time number one popular question is, what exactly is spiking? Or what is a spike? And you know, we are so blessed because we happen to own this domain name spiking.com. And spiking is a Wall Street word that's already accepted by all the major traditional media from Bloomberg, Reuters, Associated Press, CNBC, and so on. Spiking means there's a massive movement of the stock price. Now, check this out. First of all, before you get to understand about spiking or spike, you need to understand the concept of insider trading. Now, insider trading, here in front of you, there's a beautiful logo of a tail fin. And of course, we have a spiking brand on top of it. I want you to know, in the world of insider trading, we call them whales. These are the big boys, from the billionaires to the millionaires, to the sovereign wealth funds, to the hedge funds. These are gigantic stuff, man. They have massive amount of cash to play the market. So everything that we do in spiking is solely concentrated on insider trading. Now, I'm going to give you the first demonstration right here. So check this out. Over here, this is a stock price of a company. It was trading at $20.50, right? And when it was trading at $20.50, bam, it spiked up to $29, all the way to $30.50. So there's $20.50 to $30.50. There's a massive jump of $10 spike in one day. Now, let me slow down a little bit. This is our specialty. Spiking, we are known to capture this kind of spikes. And it's very beautiful because it achieves within a very short distance of time. And guess what? If you have a $10 jump and you divide it by your $20 entry point, what have you achieved right now? You have achieved a 50% profit return. And this is just playing stocks. Now, if you are playing options, that's 10 times more. That's about 500% profit return. I'm going to show you exactly that. So today's spike, I call it Daily Bread. In fact, this is the name of the product when you go into our system itself, all right? So the second thing I want to share with you is what we call double your money, resurrection. Whoa, very, very, very huge word. Double your money. So follow with me on my mouse here. Typically, traders and investors will experience this phenomenon where the moment the stock price at $18 start to go down, boom, crash. What happens? Most people will be stopped out because they play stop losses, and that's it. They will experience immediate stop loss, will get triggered, and they'll realize a loss position. All right. Now, this is where I want to share with you a new concept called resurrection. And typically, there will be resurrection in the place that we go in because we are backed by the insiders. And that's where what goes down must come up again. And we'll show you today how to double your money in a resurrection scenario. So $18 drop to $13, $13 goes back to $18. This is very common, all right? Especially in positions taken by insiders. Next, the third concept is what we call trading down. And this is another product. So there's a third product I'm showing you already, trading down on options liquidity. So in a downtrending direction like this, what can you do? You can deploy options so that you can play as the price goes down. Now, we do not encourage you to do any form of short selling because that will incur unlimited risk. And everything that we do here, we don't like unlimited risk. We would like to limit our risk so that we know in our mind what we are prepared to lose in the first place before we enter the market, okay? So this is exactly what spiking is all about. We are known in the world as the specialists of insider trading, and for every jump we call that a spike. So that's a kind of a short introduction, And now I want to take you back to 17 years ago. Wow. 17 years ago, that's a long, long time. That was like in 2003, you know. And I was just reviewing my notes, and guess what? In 2003, you have kind of a similar situation in the market. The situation in the market whereby what happened back then? Number one, you had SARS outbreak in Singapore. Wow! February to May 2003. And at the same time, you have an invasion of Iraq where oil prices shot off like crazy on 20th of March to 1st of May in the same period. Eh? Sounds very familiar, right? We don't have an actual invasion of a war per se. I mean, not involving military troops, but later on we'll cover the three wars, all right? So in 2003, that's exactly what happened. And this is on hindsight, because I went through the entire journey 17 years ago, I'm able to give you very powerful and valuable insights today. So I also recall that, and in October 2013, that was actually the first inaugural class that I started teaching my career. That was the first class I taught, October 2013. Wow me! And guess what? From the very first class all the way to February 2014, the Dow was an all-time high. Back then, the students were making like crazy profits because it was just so easy. Look at this price movement here. Boom! 45 degrees up and away, rocket to the moon. Easy to make money. So I went through the whole journey, and guess what? I got a good news. Today is also our inaugural online webinar class. So let's hope and pray hard for the next 4 to 6 months. You'll be riding on a fantastic run and making good profits in the market. Okay, please say yes. Please say yes. So with this, oh man, and I begin to dive even deeper. Back then, those were the days where I spent 10 hours trading per night. And when I say per day, it's actually technically wrong. It was per night because we are trading on the opposite time zone of the Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time being the mirror of Singapore time, right? So when the market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's mirror image 9:30 p.m. When it closes at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's exactly 4 a.m. Singapore time. I was trading like 10 hours per day. Why? Because there's so much things to learn. We were learning spreads. We were learning straddles. I was learning strangles. There are 58 different strategies, and one of the most beautiful strategy is called butterfly. There you go. You have an image of a butterfly right there. And that's why I was able to dive into the market and pick up all this knowledge. And it's very perfect timing because back then, as you apply the strategies and you have the price movement, the real price movement impacting your psychology, impacting the way you think, the way you behave and react, guess what? That stays with you for life. Please say yes. So with that, what is the price of wisdom? Wow. Look at this. This is my entire journey, man. This is my entire journey. I'm so excited to share this with you. First of all, in 2003, there's a price jump of 5 years each. 2003, there was a SARS in Iraq. I went through that. I was trading way before that. And then plus another 5 years, that's 2008. That was the 2008 financial crisis. And then you plus another 5 years, that's 2013. Wall Street was an all-time record. And during those 3 years, 2012, 13, 14, I was the organizer of Dinner en Blanc in Asia. One of the best parties that we have organized in the past, but looks like in the future, no such parties allowed because of the social distancing rules. Then you plus 5, 2018. That was the first time in my life I've ever achieved a 100x return. Holy moly, I'll be sharing you that in a short while. So stay tuned, alright, stay tuned. And finally, we are right now in 2020 where we are experiencing the three wars. So putting all this into context, look at this. That was the whole journey I went through, 17 years of career, playing in the market, imparting knowledge, and what a journey for me. And when I sum it up on the timeline, this is exactly what I'm looking at. 2003 all the way back then to financial crisis, I was heavily trading on options trading, 10 hours a day. There was massive amount of time commitment, and Then moving forward, when Wall Street was on a bull run, that's where I tagged in with my bankers. We went into stock trading, less stressful, less amount of time that you need. You just buy, hold, and wait. All right. So stocks trading that's one of the key advantages of stocks trading. You just simply put it there, collect your dividends, collect your notes and all that stuff. And that's where I work really closely with my bankers. And then coming to 2018 onwards, that's where we dive into cryptos trading. So this is the entire journey. Options trading, stocks trading, followed by cryptos trading. And that's the price of wisdom. Wow. Let me slow down. I want to encourage all of you to plot your own journey as well. What is your journey of wisdom? What have you learned from the market? If you are entering the market solely to just talk about making money, no, that defeats the purpose. Making money is the end result, but the journey of acquiring wisdom is utmost. One more time, let me say again. The price of acquiring wisdom is utmost important. I can't overly emphasize on this particular point, and that's why I always want to pursue wisdom. It stays with us for life. It keeps us out of trouble, and we will be blessed in the journey. So with that in mind, I start to do some mathematical calculation. I say, what exactly is the price of wisdom? Is there a way to equate some numbers? And truly, I went through this journey. All right, look on starting from the left. All of us gone through our own education, right? From a primary school to secondary school to junior college. We don't really calculate that because that's probably sponsored by our parents. Likewise for me, it's only when you go into university, that's where you start paying for your own education. So university, I did an engineering degree, and hey, not bad, man, I'm a civil engineer. But you spend about $35,000. I did an MBA degree, another $25,000. And MBA launched my career as an entrepreneur because in my MBA class, we are supposed to do a business plan. And I launched my first business based on the business plan I did with University of Louisville MBA program. And that's another $25,000 worth of school fees. And finally, I did my PhD. That's $60,000. Holy moly. Just on education alone, it's about $120,000. Now, these are what I call the standard journey of educational path. Now, we haven't even added all other courses that we attended, the seminars that we attended, and all the paid programs that we attended, right? So I put that aside. So easily on those all other educational programs that you attended, camps and whatever not, those easily come out to 100 to about $500,000 easily. If you add up your whole life, what you have spent on and invested in yourself. So education is key. Now you move on to the second part of my journey as an entrepreneur. Holy moly. Now as an entrepreneur, just on building spiking alone, I just looking at spiking alone on its own. Now I set aside my own cash to build the first MVP. What is that? That is known as a minimum viable product before you take it to the market. So, I hired a team. They do nothing but 1 year just go and build on the ideas, build on the tech stack, and I spent about $250,000 just coming up with the first minimum viable product before we start raising money. And then we raised our money. Our company went through 3 rounds of fundraising. I will share a little bit more with you on this later on. But our company today, Spiking, is worth $20 million. All right? And then come to the third part. How about experience? The entire journey from 2003 when I taught my very, very first class to until today, the experience accumulated, the amount of money I've invested and made, you know what? I put that at more than $10 million, right? Ranging from financial instruments to properties to insurance to stocks to bonds to notes, whatever you name it, I've touched my hands in it. Right? So when I add all this up together, it's massive. I call it my cost is about $30 million per spike. So I want to encourage you, hey, I'm imparting $30 million worth of spike knowledge to you today. And I feel extremely excited because I think this knowledge will guide us through this period of uncertainty. Please say yes. So this is my background, the price of wisdom. And with that, are you ready? Are you ready? Wow. So if you are ready, please say yes one more time. Okay, very good. So we are ready, and keep coming in with your comments on the chat. Our team is looking at those comments and responding to you. Keep it up, all right? Let's do it. So we finished our first one called goals, and this is the time that turn back to my camera. Hey, are you guys still doing well? We just finished the first one and we've got 9 more to go. And that's just on the first goal, all right? I'm so excited because I know what I'm about to share with you is going to impact your life tremendously. This is massive, massive impact, powerful. Okay, so we are ready. Let's jump into wars right now. Let's get into our war mode and let's check it out. What do we have to say in wars? Whew. We are looking at the wars of 2020, and I call it the war trilogy. And this war trilogy doesn't happen just like this, all right? It's that there is a reason why it's happening right now, and we need to really understand and take heed. So there are 3 wars we are facing today. Number 1, we have the China-US trade war. That's been happening to 2018-19 right now. Then number 2, this year, Russia-Saudi Arabia oil price war. And number 3, the one that giving us a massive impact, all of us stuck at homes, people's war on coronavirus, all right? So with this introduction, we're going to understand the significance of each war and how we're going to play the market. Let's do it. So first, let us look at the China-US trade war. This is really crazy stuff. In fact, I'm talking about this China-US trade war since like 2018 onwards, all right? Because I went through it on the very first day. You see, back in 2018, I didn't spend Chinese New Year at home with my family and my relatives. I was away in Silicon Valley, and that's the time when Trump announced the trade tariffs, the first blast of the missile against China about the trade tariffs. It began in 22nd January, and I remember vividly on 9 February, the market crashed. All right, literally the Dow just dropped, boom! Everybody got caught off guard, boom! The Dow just dropped. Because before that, because Donald Trump was elected in 3rd November 2016, 3rd November 2016 to end of 2017, we were on a rocket. Check this out. We were on this crazy rocket. This 45 degree, look at the slides. This 45 degrees, I was tracking from the day he was elected, 3rd November 2016, all the way. Easy make money. Any idiot just put money in the market, they will just make money. It's so easy. Then, 22nd January came, and we had the first first drop here. All right. So with every action, there's equal reaction. So China will retaliate. In fact, China retaliated on 1st April. And so you see the entire 2018, all right, 2018 here, it just went sideways. Can't be helped. The market just keep going sideways because of these 2 giants playing truants against each other, right? So all the way you track the series of events from tariff ultimatum, China retaliates again, then Trump announces phase 1 deal, and finally December 2019. So December 2019, around here, they strike the first phase 1 deal. And from there it shoot all the way to February the 12th, Dow closing on all-time high, $29,551.42. But in less than 1 month later, the Dow crashed all the way to 18,000. That completely erased the gains of Trump's presidency. This is very, very significant to us, all right? So you got to watch this. This is really very significant. So once we understand all this detailed timeline, then we jump in here. I want to ask you, what exactly is 221? What exactly is 221? Now, if you want to take a look at 221, I want to show you this. Give you the first hint. I'm looking at 2 years, 2 months, and 1 month. So, what exactly is the answer? I'm talking about because of this China-US trade war, it has given us 2 years of solid hell. Right, 2018 all the way to end of 2019, 2 years of solid hell. Market just keep refusing to move up or move down, just keep moving sideways. That's the worst kind of market to be in. And then, by the time they signed the first phase 1 deal, end of December 2019, the market shot up. Give us a breather for 2 months. 2 months of solid bull run because we are hitting an all-time high on the Dow Jones. And finally, what have you seen? There was 1 month of shit, right? From the all-time high, it crashed all the way to Dow 18. That's one pure month of shit. So here's the clue. You have a bull and you have a shit. What do we have right now? Ladies and gentlemen, we have bullshit. What we're looking at in the very first trade war is called a bullshit. So please tap yourself and say bullshit. Alright, thank you very much. So once we understand the very first bullshit, let's go on to the second war, and we call it the oil price war. Holy moly! Oil price war is here right now, right? So oil price war here, I managed to find this very powerful chart that was put together by Goldman Sachs investment research team. And what we want to see are two very critical price points. The price point when oil broke 100, that was this event here, that was breaking 100. And the second one was right here when Iran-Iraq war began. That was in the 80s, broke 100. And right here in the mid-2000s, Asia drives rising demand, broke 100. This 100 here, oh, I can remember it. I was at Chicago Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I was right in Chicago. Because back then, every year there was a pilgrimage for me to visit Chicago Board Option Exchange, Chicago Board of Trade. Yeah, I was at Chicago Board of Trade as well as Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And this 100, the traders were on the trading floor and they just pushed, someone just purposely sold or bought at $100, and everybody, all the floor traders start cheering, take out their cigars and start pumping smoking the cigars. They wanted 100 so bad and they made it happen. So I was there right on the scene back then when the oil broke 100 here. And of course, 2011, there was an Arab Spring, and then there was another spike of $100. That is the first number that we need to look at. The second number we need to look at is $20. Oil trading at $20 per barrel, all right? You can see consistently it's floating about $20 for the last 100 years, all right? And it goes up, come down. So you can see $20 is a comfortable range for the Saudi Arabia because they are in control of the entire oil market, right? So this is the point in time I want to highlight to you, $20 is a very powerful number because from here, we want to know each time whenever Saudi Arabia brings the oil price down, there were 4 major critical events that took place, all right? First was in 1985, oil price dropped 31 to 975. 31 to 975. And that was like about, you take 9.35, drop all the way to 9.75, take out your calculator, divided by 31, that's about 30% drop. But this is 30% drop over 6 months, all right? The second major drop was back then in the 1997, $20 dropped to 10. That's 50% drop over 18 months. Okay? Then over here, for $100 drop to 27, about 30% drop again. Here, a barrel over 23 months. But what happened for the fourth event? On March this year, 2020, oil fell over 35% in days, not months. This is unprecedented. And I want you to take note of this. This has a major impact because this is not gradually dropping price. This is immediate because there's a hidden or bigger, some people call it bigger conspiracy theory, or there's a hidden agenda, or there was a tactical move. You can read all that stuff. But what is important is oil has dropped. And because of its dropping, the entire supply chain and oil market got completely destroyed. Everybody got caught off guard because of this. So oil companies, the share price all tanked, right? So this is an important knowledge that we need to acquire today. And I'm going to give you the next three sets of numbers, 25, 10, and 2. First hint, $25 per barrel, which is trading around there right now. Second word is 10 years, third word is 2 years. What exactly are we asking you? And the answer is this. To sustain at $25 per barrel, Saudi Arabia can last for 10 years, no problem. This guy is very comfortable. In fact, they lasted $20 for the last 100 years. They are very comfortable in this price range, but not the rest, all right? Now, for Russia to be in conflict right now, because it's called the Russia-Saudi Arabia oil price war, Russia can last at most for 2 years. So it's a game who can last longer, and then at the end of it all, the major player will dominate the whole market all over again. That's how history was written in the first place. So, what have we learned from the Russia-Saudi Arabia oil price war? Give you 3-letter word. It's called MBS. Alright? MBS, not your Marina Bay Sands. And MBS actually stands for Mohammed bin Salman. But to us, MBS, what it really stands for is called the mega bullshit. So we have the first bullshit, we have the mega bullshit. Are you ready? So let's dive into the third one, and we call it the People's War on Coronavirus. You know, I pull out this data in preparation for today's webinar because on 29 March, what we are looking at is really scary stuff here. In this people war on coronavirus, there's 680,000 people infected, and the numbers are just growing and multiplying every single day. But I want you to see the first set of numbers here. This is really important. This is like 8 to 8,000, 8 to 75,000. What does it mean? Give you one more clue. 8 months to 8,000, 8 weeks to 75,000. What are we comparing here? That's it. We are comparing SARS versus COVID-19. SARS versus COVID-19. And you see the impact right now. It's very scary, all right? Back then for SARS, it took this virus 8 months to spread across to 8,000 people. Now, China was affected, Singapore was affected, but not the world. This time round, it took 8 weeks to infect 75,000 people for COVID-19, the other name for coronavirus. So this numbers is really, really massive, and we need to understand the impact right here. Check this out. I want to show you this because to give you ability to understand the numbers, all right? So we are comparing back then SARS infected, number of infections 8,069, COVID-19 as of 29 March 680,000, all right? Now, first let's look at the infections, and what we are pulling out the data over here is we take 680,515 divided by 8069, and guess what? The impact is 80 times. It's 80 times, 80x. COVID-19 has 80 times impact compared to SARS. This is an important number, and I bet you by end of April it will be 100x. I was just monitoring this number every single day. It's just multiplying because some countries are still not taking it seriously, like China. China locked down, immediate lockdown, and you can start watching all the different videos how they clamp down the entire city. So strict. But today, as we speak, some other countries are still taking it frivolously. They are not serious. They don't have the resources to manage this. They don't have the know-how, and they are still arrogant in the face of the virus. So what we can see over here is this. The People's War on coronavirus is actually not just the virus itself. It's actually what I call the budget war. Now, it's a question of who got the financial muscle to tide through this very difficult period. So in the budget war, I want to encourage you to visit Singapore government's website. Look for the Budget 2020 Singapore website, Singapore government's website. And once you arrive in this page, there's this place that you tap on called Resilience Budget. And I'm going to give you the hindsight because you really need to read into what our leaders are thinking about. go into this place called Supplementary Budget Measures and click on this PDF icon. This is the place to get the data, right? PDF icon. Click on the PDF icon and you see this very important message. I was trying to understand what the leaders are thinking about, and I found this. No increase in government fees and charges for 1 year, 1st April to 31st March 2021. Now that could be a financial year, but to me, the government is thinking this way. They are thinking this problem is going to last all the way minimally to 1st April 2021. So let me pause a little bit here, because when I show such a data and we try to interpret what they are thinking about, it becomes very scary, right? So 2021, we're looking at 1st April. Maybe that's the time where things start to turn better. But for now, until then, it's going to remain as bad. So that's another one from the same budget statement. No increase in government fees and charges for 1 year, again 31st March 2021. So putting all this into context, what are we observing right now? Check this out. We are looking at, holy moly, this whole audit trail of how Singapore as a nation tackled this budget war and fighting this people's war on coronavirus. So this was from Bloomberg, 26th of March. Singapore's economy plunges in early sign of pain in Asia. So we are in pain right now. And that's on 26 March in the morning. 26 March in the afternoon, our Deputy Prime Minister, he says this: landmark 48 million package to tide Singapore through unprecedented crisis. $48 billion in the history of our country. Never done before. And finally, next day, 27 March, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong says that our country is facing very grave situation. In fact, as I speak right now, the latest interview he did, PM Lee says that this battle will be for many years, not short term. It's going to be a long battle. Now, this is really painful to hear and to see, especially for the generations that we are living in today. It's going to be a long haul. It's a long fight. It's not going to be a short-term fight like back then SARS, completely eradicated by May 2003, and by the time in October 2003, I was able to launch the first class that I teach people in investing. So right now, it's completely different landscape. Now, if you are looking at Singapore's Prime Minister, then we turn our eyes into United States as well. This is another very scary figure, right? So as of the latest, the US has surpassed all nations to be the number one highest infections, over 100,000. Okay? Infections is critical because once you have the infection, you just keep spreading. No point tracking the death. Death is died already. That's it, game over. But the guy who's infected, he may know it or he may not know it. And he goes around business as per usual, spreading the virus. So over here, Wall Street tumbles as US virus cases pass 100,000. And despite the fact that Trump has signed in the history of the United States a $2 trillion virus bill, largest ever US stimulus. And this picture here is kind of a sick, You are signing $2 trillion deal and these guys are smiling. I don't understand what they're smiling about. This is a very serious problem. All right? So we put all this together and guess what? Trump wanted packed churches on Easter. And I was checking out the calendar. When exactly is Easter for this year? That's on 12th of April. And as I speak right now, he just backed off from this proposal. He said, okay, let's practice social distancing. So good news for that. Easter, I hope all the churches are not going to open up because the moment you have mass congregations, the virus will spread, all right? This is the problem that we're tackling at this moment. So, putting all this together, holy moly, we have China-US trade war, holy moly. we have the Russia-Saudi Arabia oil price war, and we have the people's war on coronavirus. Trade war plus oil war plus virus war. We are in the worst financial crisis ever faced in the generation. So with this, what can I comment right now? All right, I'm talking about this message. We are in serious deep shit right now. So tap yourself and say we are in deep shit. All right, you can put in a comment, we are in deep shit. Now this is a reality check, but as we face the deep shit, I got a bigger concern at hand. I think the really critical war that we are fighting is not just the trade war, it's not just the oil war, and it's not just the people's war on coronavirus. The real war is the mental illness war that we are fighting. I begin to see many people are not used to the fact that they need to be locked down at home. They can't go out, they can't mingle, they can't shake hands, they can't go out and hang out with their neighbors or their friends. And all these mental illness diseases will start to crop up. And I foresee the biggest war that we'll ever fight is the mental war deep within ourselves. And this is really not easy. Now, for me, I look back at the time when I was doing my PhD for 6 years. I was in complete isolation. I don't meet people. I just lock in my room every day, just doing literature review, writing, and trying to finish up on my thesis. I was trained for that long duration of isolation. But guess what? Most people are not trained for that. And anxiety will crop out, sadness will crop out, panic will crop out, and manic will crop out, psychological issues will prop up. That is the real mental war. Now, how do we overcome this? There must be a strategy. Please say yes. Let me give you the answer. The only way to fight against mental illness is you need to keep your mental activity on a consistent high. Let me say that again. You need to keep your mental activity on a consistent high. You need to focus on something. You need to do something every single day. Something for you to pursue. So what is that something? That something is you need to start looking at the market. And that's the best thing that you can ever do. And you know what? I come to this point on the summary of wars. I want to show you the solution to this something. And that's called the wealth trilogy. So let me pan out right now. Everybody, I hope you guys are still doing well and hanging on tight. It's very solemn to go through the war topic, right? And I know it's not easy for most people. But that being said, don't be discouraged. I just want to encourage you that there's something that you can do mentally and very exciting and financially very rewarding as well. And that is to understand the whole concept behind wealth trilogy. All right? So put up a smile. Yes! We say yes! And we're going to dive into the next topic called wealth trilogy. So check this out. So we are into wealth trilogy right now, and check this. Wealth trilogy is to fight against the three wars. In fact, to me, the most important war we are fighting against is our own mental war. We need to keep ourselves alive, alert, something to focus on. There's a goal to pursue. Let's check this out. The first thing we look at is called direction. How to make money in 3 directions. Now, in stocks and cryptos, the only way you can make money provided the guy goes up. All right? If it goes sideways, goes down, you lose money. Simple. Now, there's another instrument called options, whereby you can make money when it goes up, goes down, or sideways. So this becomes interesting. So in my journey, I share with you 17 years of journey. I'm always looking at the 3 instruments: stocks, options, and cryptos. Now, how do you put them together? So we know that options, you can make money when it goes up, down, or sideways. But if you want to make use of these 3 instruments to make money at the same time, hey, guess what? You need this guy called miracles. Those who invest in the market or trade in the market long enough, I kind of suspect that you understand the word behind miracles. Miracles is very powerful. We need to pray. And sometimes miracles do happen. And in order to have miracles taking shape in your life, what's the real ultimate thing that you really need to pursue so that more and more miracles will just keep taking place every single day, every single month, every single year? And I want to empower you with this very powerful word. It's called wisdom. Why I'm able to outlast the race and run this race for 17 years of my life, doing non-stop investing and trading, because I was on a mission to pursue wisdom. The market has given me so much. Back then, I was running businesses, investing, trading, all at the same time. From the market, it gave me wisdom. I was able to apply the wisdom in my business. I was able to apply the wisdom in my relationship. I was able to apply the wisdom in all the major deals I struck. Because what stocks market, cryptos market, and options market can give us today, come on, it's called wisdom. So I want to empower you. What is the market direction right now? Now we've gone through the 3 wars. You know generally we are in a down market. Please say yes. But even in a down market, do we stop our activity? The answer is no. Because once you understand the whole concept behind direction, then you need to master the next thing. Is called leverage. You get the direction right, but you need leverage. What is the meaning of leverage? So as we speak, most people right now are down 50% on their portfolio if they have invested in equities, whether it's a sovereign wealth fund. In fact, Norwegian sovereign wealth fund is going to liquidate their positions at a loss. Whether it's the billionaires like Warren Buffett, whether it's like millionaires, everyone is on a loss position. But as long as you don't sell, you don't have a realized loss. Get it? So how to recover from a loss situation? Price drop 50%. So for example, if the price from $100 dropped to $50, hey, you're down 50%. But most people neglect the fact that when you're down 50%, step 2, for that $50 to go back to the original $100, you need to up 100%. It also means that you need 100% more effort. So you need 100% more effort. Then jolly well, you got to start thinking, what is the leverage that you can deploy for you to up your 100%? Check this out. Because we need 100% more effort just to break even. And you know, at this period of time, I got bankers calling me up and say, hey, Dr. Chiang, why don't you realize your losses quickly so that with the same amount of cash, once you realize your losses, you get back your cash, you can quickly go back and buy the same stock at a much cheaper price. Because at the end of the day, you still want to own the same number of shares of this company. And even though your cash is smaller, you can buy back and own the same number of shares. Let me pause for a moment. What's wrong with this thinking? And in fact, you can ask around. Most of the bankers are calling up their clients saying the same thing. All right? What is wrong? I told Mr. Banker, 3 things must happen. Number 1, you must know exactly when to sell. All right? To get back your cash. At the point of selling, you must be so precise, you know. After you sell, number 2, you get back your cash, when you should buy it back. That means after you sell, the price must go even lower so that with the whatever limited cash you have from selling at step 1, you go back to buy back the same company to achieve the same number of shares or whatever they are stocking, or own more number of shares, all right? The timing must be so precise, you know. And number 3, when the price is at rock bottom, you must be so precise, the price must go up so that you can realize the profit. What if the price doesn't go up? Like what PM Lee says, it's going to be a long battle. So let me take a pause here. I typically encourage all my students, when you go in as a stock investor, you must think like Patek Philippe. You don't really own Patek Philippe because you hold it for the next generation. You must go in with the idea and intention that I own stocks, I'm ready to pass on to my children and to my children's children. That must be your ultimate game plan. It must be so, all right? So once you understand this, but you are suffering from a loss position, what else can you do? Hey, the answer is here. Or you can make use of leverage to accelerate recovery. Now, how do you make use of leverage? So check this out. This is the fun part right now. Very, very, very fun part. Yes! Please say yes. So you have $500 for investment today. On the left, you're a stock investor. On the right, you're options trader. So let's start with the left-hand side. Stock price is trading at $10. You can buy 50 shares. 50 times 10, that's $500, all right? Or with the same amount of money, you can buy 5 contracts because each contract is 100 shares. And when the stock price is $10, the premium is about $1. So 5 multiplied by 100 multiplied by 1, you're still used up on your $500 investment. So far, so good. So I put up a blue box here. Now, this is where it gets interesting already. Stock price goes up $2, all right? Now, when stock price goes up $2, you're experiencing a pure profit of $2 per share. You multiply by 50 shares that you have, you make a profit of $100. So this is easy, all right? Now, for options, it becomes very interesting right now. Now, typically, options premium at a stock price going up at $2, option premium will also go up about $2 approximately, because it depends on the time expiration that you selected. It depends on the strike price. But we will come to that later on, all right? Don't worry about those kind of stuff yet. Just take it approximately, it should go up by $2. Which also means that at $2 pure profit, you just multiply by 5 contracts, multiply by 100 shares, that's 500 multiplied by 2, you get a profit of $1,000 with the same capital. And this difference is called 10x. So by switching to a new instrument, you get 10 times the return. But here I'm talking about the profits, all right? The risk, is it still the same? I'm asking you a question. Type in the comments box right now, the chat box right now. Is the risk still the same? The answer is yes. Look at the top. You are still risking the same $500. All right? $500, you're risking the same amount of money, but your returns is different. All right? So here is what we define as make use of 10 times leverage to accelerate your recovery. So this is really beautiful stuff. Now, then the question is, what if your direction is wrong? What if your direction is wrong? This is a valid question, right? It's a very fair question. And thank you for asking that as well. Now, if your direction is wrong, right now, we go into the third point. And that's where you need to select the right instrument. Now, when it comes to this topic of selecting the right instrument, we really need to take a look at the 2008 financial crisis. You know, I went through that. And I do not know how many of you have gone through 2008 financial crisis. I mean, as in really go through it, not because you have lived so long, but you were trading in the market, you're investing in the market, the financial crisis affected you. Okay? That's the meaning of gone through the financial crisis. So let's check this out. Over here, I took out the stock chart of 2008 financial crisis. This was like 2007 entering 2008, crash all the way until end of the year. Down from 14,000, drop all the way to 8,000, all right? And in fact, dropped 50%. 14 divided to 7,000, about 50% drop. So it's almost similar, like right now, right? Deja vu, right? But that was a problem. I'm sharing with you real life experience. I was so focused on a single instrument back then, that is stocks and options. I refused to look at any other thing. Guess what? That any other thing is called Bitcoin. At the same period of the crisis in 2008, when the stock market went down, Bitcoin price went up. By how much? check this out. It went up 10 times because Bitcoin was originally 0.008. It went up 10 times. It went up to 0.08. So think about it. You can get to own Bitcoin at 0.08. Holy moly! But because we got all distracted by the stupid financial crisis in 2008, what did we do? We didn't even take a look at Bitcoin and we missed out on the 10x return. And Bitcoin is trading at how much today? $6,000. Holy moly. And you could own it how much? 0.08 per coin. So, I do not want to get blindsided ever again in my life. I made the critical mistake in 2008. I was so focused on stocks and options, I didn't want to look at any other thing else. And with that in mind, I say in order to select the right instrument, we must have 3 instruments. Number 1, we definitely need to have stocks for the long-term portfolio. And this is very common among all countries, among all sovereign wealth funds, among all the money managers, hedge funds, family offices, so on and on. You need to own stocks as a long-term investment holding. Number 2, because of the current situation when the direction is going down, you need to accelerate your return. You need to be looking at options for the short term. But for options, let me remind you, back then in 2003, remember what I did? I was spending like 10 hours a day looking at the market, all right? I'll come to that part later on. And number 3, you need to have cryptos. And it's called HODL, H-O-D-L. It also stands for hang on for dear life. I'm not going to go deeper into cryptos today. That's something as a separate class I've organized to teach you on cryptos. But this is the way that we select the right instrument. Now, with this in mind, then jolly well you begin to understand, whoa! So what, you selected the right instrument? You still need what? What else do you need? What do you think? Let me tell you the answer. You need the right strategy to execute the right instrument at the right time. So that kind of sum up the Wow Trilogy. And over here, I'm back to my screen again. How are you guys doing? Yeah! Are you still alive? Wow, we've really gone through a lot of stuff. We've gone through goals, we've gone through wars, we've gone through wealth, and right now we're going to dive into strategy. I want to make sure you're all doing real fine. Just go to the chat and tell us how you feel, you have questions, whatever. Make some noise in the chat, all right? That's the way I'm going to see how you're responding and how you're receiving the knowledge so far, okay? Receive the knowledge. So we can't do nudge your neighbor anymore, so you can only nudge yourself and say yes. Okay, with this in mind, we're going to go into the next one. Really exciting stuff right now. And we're going to go into our strategy. So strategy we have right over here. We call it the secrets of insider trading, the spiking strategy. Uniquely designed by none other than me, myself, and I. So there are 4 components to that. You have insider trading. You have technical, fundamental, and alerts. So let's dive into the first one, all right? According to the spiking strategy, you must have 3 forms of analysis: fundamental, technical, and alerts. But the centerpiece that's holding all 3 components together, you must have insider trading. So nudge yourself and say insider trading, all right? This is so important. So I put the tail fin of the whale right there to remind you. Everything we do must be backed by insider trading. Why? Let me explain. This is the logo that represents insider trading. And the secret number 1 I'm unveiling today is this: how to legally follow sovereign wealth funds, billionaires, millionaires, whales, and know how much is their price per share. Ha! This is secret number 1, because you need to know what is their entry price so that you can mirror them, you can swim together with them in the school. And this is very important. Because for all these insiders, the sovereign wealth fund, the millionaires, the billionaires, the whales and so on, when they commit to purchase at the price per share, it means what? Look at my hands. It means they have done all their due diligence. They have the entire department of analysts, entire department of auditors, accountants, entire department of legal. Everyone have to tick off, say yes, 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 yes. And then they commit a large part of the money to commit on that trade deal. So if you are able to get the same price per share, guess what? You have wrote on the due diligence of all these insiders. And they know much more than us, than anyone else, because they put so much money into the positions, all right? So let me tell you what we've done as Spiking, all right? I'm so proud of this. For insider trading, today we are tracking we're tracking 24 sovereign wealth funds. They are in our radar. We know exactly when they buy and sell. We're also tracking 923 billionaires. And these billionaires, they move the market. We're also tracking 22,267 millionaires. And putting all this together, they are the guys responsible for price movement. Not your retail guys, not your small folks. Those are always the last suckers. The real deal are the insiders. And I call them the insiders because most of them, they have a board seat in the board of directors. They know what the direction of the company is. Most of them have private relationship with the CEOs of the companies. And that's why they are the legit insiders. And you need to be swimming together with the insiders. So with this, let me give you an example right now. I'm right now inside the Spiking Wealth Management System. We built a very, very powerful system. And everything I show you here is from our system itself, all right? So today we are tracking the top money managers, every single one of them. So case in point here, this is Warren Buffett. And guess what? On 2nd of March, he went in to buy Delta Airlines. At $46.40 per share, he put in $45 million. And of course, Delta Airlines price continued to tank. But it also tells you that today you can go in to own Delta Airlines at a price cheaper than Warren Buffett. Please say yes! This is what I call extreme value investing. This is very important, extreme value investing, and you got to do it right, okay? And since you are able to know that for sure, you are able to see his portfolio is $168 billion portfolio, right? This is like crazy, crazy stuff. But all in, you are able to track a few very important things. You know exactly when he's going to take in a new position in a new stock. You know exactly when he sold all. You know exactly when he increased or doubled down. Very, very important, all right? So you have all this data that's backing you up from the Spiking system itself. Very important. Then, at any moment in time when he goes in for the kill, like right now what he did with Delta, we straight away alert you. How fast? Millisecond fast. The moment we know it, milliseconds later, pump is in our system. All right? Because why? We are using robots. Here's another one. Kyle Icahn, the good friend of Donald Trump, right? And look at 19th March, 12 March, 11 March. When the market is tanking, he's doing what? He went in to put 8.7 million on Delec, another 40.2 million on Hearst, the car rental company, another 34.7 million on Noel Rubbermaid. People are still buying stocks. And you want to buy stocks together with all these insiders because why? You're riding on their due diligence, and most importantly, you're riding on their psychology. That will save you because most people are in a fear mode right now. Next, we have the Baker brothers. Right? He's still very focused. In fact, they are known as one of the best FDA players in town. Right? 32.8 million on Alexion, 6.7 again on Alexion, and then 4.6 million on Cardiac Sciences. Why is it buying? The insiders are doing their job already. So with this, we also take a look at sovereign wealth funds. So this is a data on the Korea Investment Corp, the sovereign wealth fund of South Korea, right? And they are putting money like 146 million at $300 price per share on Thermo Fisher. And that was like reported on 11 February. Of course, right now the price went down. It also means that you can buy at a price cheaper than the Korea Sovereign Wealth Fund. How's that? That guy put in 146 million, so please stop complaining about $146. Okay? That's how we do it. Alright, that's how we do it. And next one, we have Temasek. They put in 77 million on VIR Biotechnology Company. And we got all these analytics. We even tracked the Queen Elizabeth. She has a massive portfolio because she put in about $200 million into Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. How's that? So when we look at all this and when we zoom in on Temasek itself, you see Temasek is a really very good player in the stock market. Check this out. Since Q1 2019, they have been liquidating their positions. They got more selling than buying. It looks like they kind of know what's about to come, and so they're holding cash on their hands right now, right? So they can snap up really the cheap stocks. And over here, we also give you the analytics of Temasek. We tell you like out of 106 times anything about Temasek, 99% of the time it'll cause the stock price to spike. So this guy is a sniper, all right? Overall performance, if you follow Temasek, is about 54% growth per year, and it's really gorgeous. Our robot will even tell you the spike strategy, all right? Do you want to follow Temasek for 3 weeks? All right, you get about 23% return. 3 months, 32%. If you wait longer, 1 year, about 65% return. Not bad, all right? And these are all the deals taken on by Temasek, right? They bought into DuPont, 126 million, MasterCard, 26 million. But what is more important is you want to know the price per share. We got it all nailed down here, right? They are big on payment systems, right? MasterCard, Visa, 13 million, price per share, 179. So if you buy at a price lower than what Temasek paid for it, do you not realize that you can sleep very well at night? Please say yes! So, that's the first secret on insider trading. I'm coming down to the second secret, fundamental analysis, all right? So secret number 2, how to establish a stock's intrinsic value accurately with the same due diligence process used by the insiders. Wow, this is really important, all right? So over here, we are going to use Apple as an example, and we're going to give you, for fundamental analysis, we have a rating of perfect 10, it's scoring a 9.5, really solid company to hit about 9 or 8.5 and above, really good fundamentals, all right? We're talking about fundamental analysis right now. And we also tell you, like, the last quarter alone, the money managers bought up $22 billion worth of Apple shares. This is really crazy stuff, all right? And it has hit a 1 trillion market cap. But what's important, we also track the options, because options are the silent guys, all right? You don't really know what they're doing, but we have a way to track the options market to know, are they more bullish or bearish about the price. So there are 19 call, whereby the open interest is more than 10,000 versus 13 puts. Open interest more than 10,000. So are we more bullish or bearish on Apple? Please say bull. Okay? So with that, we also track the recent spikes, whether it's been spiking, and we track the top money managers right here. So of all the top money managers committing 73 billion just on Apple stocks alone, Warren Buffett took out 62.4 billion. Holy moly. And all these guys are big name. Check them out. All right, we're talking about Nick Schomer, Kenneth Fisher, David Shaw, Israel Englander, James Simmons. We're talking about very, very big name, all right? And check them out. All this, I put a position on Apple stocks itself. It gives you financial muscle and financial psychology to hang on the ride with them. That's why it's so important to study the fundamentals. So even for individual company, just now I give you an example of Temasek as a sovereign wealth fund. Right now we're looking at individual stock, all right? We also have the analytics. Look at all these analytics. It's really gorgeous. And not only that, we track the buy and the sell. We track everything, all right, by all these insiders. So really gorgeous data coming from a spiking system. And look at all this, connect the spikes. All this dot is called connecting the dots. We call it connecting the spikes, all right? We track every single thing, what is causing price movement and all that. So all this is putting together under what we call fundamental analysis. Woo-hoo! Next, we have technical analysis. This is serious stuff because I know there are many technicians out there and there are so many candlestick patterns you need to master. And guess what? I'm going to give you the secret number 3. How to identify price trends and patterns seen on charts with the same support and resistance lines used by the insiders. Holy moly, this is powerful. Because we are all interested about support and resistance lines. So I'm going to give a classic case in point here. We went on to put on the insider called Warren Buffett. And we show you from the very first virgin trade of Warren Buffett into Apple all the way to how he found his intrinsic value. Because ultimately, for technical and fundamental, you want to know the intrinsic value. What they are expecting the company to trade at the price, and are you getting a value discount today? All right. Today, what I'm about to share with you on technical analysis will debunk all the myth out there. Check this out. Woo-hoo! So we know, and this data is all coming from spiking, all right? Go download our app and all that. So we know on Q2 2017, Warren Buffett put in 123 million to buy Apple shares. Q2 2017, all right? Average price 148. And then the next quarter, Q3, he doubled up, all right? 600, 6 times. Right now, 600 million. And maintaining average price 148 to 153. This represented by my blue line here. 2 quarters passed. Check out. Next quarter, Q4 2017. Holy moly! 5 billion down. And the price has went up. So, if you think that as a value investor, you must go out there to buy something cheap, fundamentally, this is wrong. Wrong thinking. Because I just shown you here. Warren Buffett doubled down when the price went up at 5 billion. And that's Q4 2017. If you look at the next quarter, Q1 2018, he doubled down on 5 billion. He went up to 12 billion. And the price, $166. So you can see right now, when we start to put insider trading results on technical charts to capture the support and resistance line, that really represents the true support and resistance line, which is my blue line here. Next, over here, next is Q2 2018. The previous quarter, he put in 12 billion. Now, he put in how much? 2.2 billion. A little bit less, but he's still buying up the shares at a higher price, $177 per share. Whoa! And he's still buying. That's Q2 2018. Let's go to Q3 2018 right here. He's still buying at $200 per share, but less commitment, $100 million. $100 million. Every quarter is buying, right? And that kind of you are pulling your hair up and oh, what's going on? I thought he's a real value investor. No. Data doesn't lie. The data is all here. Nope, he's doubling down. That's Q3 2018. And let's go all the way to Q4. This is the first time he sold Apple shares. Average price $190. And that is the price that will create the resistance line. That is what he calls the intrinsic value. And since that point onwards, you know what? Warren Buffett has stopped buying Apple shares. He's just collecting his quarterly dividends like crazy. He's just milking his company like crazy right now. And that is what we understand about technical analysis. So when you look at a price charts like Apple from 220 drop all the way to 150, most people will be freaked out, say, oh, what's going on? But you know what? Buffett is still behind the company. Think about the time when he was at 150, you went in to buy with Buffett. He shot back up to 211, right? And shot all the way up to 300. But of course, right now, Apple shares suffered a little bit. But overall, is Warren Buffett still profitable from his entry price? Please say yes. So that kind of sign up our technical analysis. And the last analysis we really need to do is called alerts. So if you look at alerts here, the secret number 4, how to connect all the dots or spikes from the different sources of news with verified buy or sell prices used by the insiders. Holy moly. Let me take a drink right now. Now, alerts is really powerful stuff, all right? So right now you're looking at our spiking wealth management system, and I want you to look for this word called spikes. It's hidden right here. We call it the popular spikes. And in the popular spikes within our system, we are tracking more than 20 different kinds of spikes, all right here. Holy moly. We can even break down the CEOs from CEO, COO, CFO, chairman, director, 10% owner. We track the analysts, we track the earnings, we track the dividends, we track are they offering notes, we track if there any M&A activity, stock buyback, media, are they issuing bond, delisting, FDA approval, are they launching an IPO, index addition, public offering, resignation, stock split strategy. We track every damn thing out there! Because these are what we call the dots. We call it connecting the spikes. And these are what we call the alerts. And even in this period, are there people buying shares, companies right now? Of course. Look here. Insiders just bought 10 million worth of international flavors and fragrances, 8.6 million of catalytics, 5.9 million of Westlake, 3.9 million of MC, 3 million of PBF, 1.4 million of Taylor Device. People are still buying shares. So if you can ride on all these insiders, go in and buy with them, that saves a lot of due diligence process. So over here, in this popular spikes, I zoom into a single company called Connect the Spikes, right? And in this Connect the Spikes, all these dots becomes what we call spikes. Every news has a trigger on the price movement itself. And when we place them on a vertical line like this, in a sequential time format, look, dong, 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 presented in a sequential time format, and the alerts, we straight away tell you the range. 13 March to 24th, 25th, 21st March, there are 26 news on this company. And if you click on view all news, like this one, 10 news between 2nd March to 12 March, if you click on view all news, we show you all the news right here. From Seeking Alpha, CNBC, Bloomberg, Seeking Alpha, CNBC, Seeking Alpha, Yahoo Finance, Reuters. Every planet news across the planet, we put it right here on the dot. Presented nicely in sequential time format. Please stay cool! This took us a long time to build this. And that's why you begin to understand we are dead serious, man. We are super dead serious in our product, right? So that's alerts for you. And we're done on this one, and let's sum it up. Woohoo! Spiking strategy. It must be backed by insiders trading, fundamental, technical, and alerts. And when we put all these four secrets together, are you getting some knowledge today? Please say yes! And thank you for all the comments in the chat box. Keep it going, alright? Our team is looking at it. Now, when I put all this together, it came out with one very powerful word. It's so magical. It's called fiat. Fiat actually stands for fundamental, insider, alerts, and technical. This is our strategy to make money in the fiat currency. Now, of course, we have a separate strategy to make money in the cryptocurrency. That's on a separate discussion. But let's sum it up, the spiking strategy. So, nudge yourself and say, fiat! Now we completed on this, and I'm going to check how you guys are doing. Are you guys still ready? Are you still alive? Wow, we've done so much, man. Are you getting a lot of value today? I'm sure, right? There's a lot of value, and I want to encourage you, even though it seems like a lot of things are absorbed at this moment, hang on in there. Once you complete this journey with me, you'll be perfectly fine. And that's exactly how's the way I teach, all right? I hope you love it so far. If you love it, please put some comments in the chat box. Next, we're going to dive into the CEO, and that's talking about a little bit more about myself. With that in mind, let's dive in here. And we take a look at the CEO. Dun, 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 dun. And that's me, the CEO. Uh-oh, somebody is drilling something. Okay. For me as a CEO, there's a few things I want to tell you about. And first thing is, I'm known as a fintech expert, also as a trusted advisor, and definitely as a wealth coach. All right, so let's take a look over here. As a fintech expert, all right, for my company Spiking, I'm the founder and the CEO. We are very, very grateful that, first of all, we managed to raise 3 rounds of funding. We raised seed round, series pre-A round, and the series A round to bring Spiking to the market. We are so grateful to our shareholders and the backers that believe in us and supported us throughout this journey. In 2016, we won the Best Innovative Startup from Singapore Infocom Technology Federation. It was a gold medal award. Out of 400 different startups, we came in number 1. It is an acknowledgement and validation of our business model as well as our technology. And most importantly, the technical team supporting this product itself. We are named one of Singapore's 20 hottest startup to watch in 2017 by Singapore Business Review, and most important of all, we are supported by the National Research Foundation, all right, under the Singapore's Prime Minister's office, and that's position myself as a fintech expert. The second thing is as a trusted advisor. So over here, I'm a leading expert advisor on ICO Bench, as well as on the few different other companies, projects that I've supported on. I'm a founder of Bitcoin Institute, and I'm a chartered fellow in the Chartered Management Institute. I'm also independent director of a public listed company. So I got 2 grand advisors here who took a picture with me. Sorry about this drilling, there's some renovation going on. So on the left, you have Anthony Robbins. This picture was just taken last year when he was in Singapore for the UPW program. I was very, very grateful to have this picture taken with him. On the right, we have Jim Rogers. I took this picture of him on 15th of January in Hong Kong this year when we shared our knowledge with 12,000 people in Hong Kong. And thank God we didn't catch the virus, all right? So Jim Rogers is highly respectable, likewise together with Anthony Robbins. Next, as a wealth coach, I have more than 17 years of experience as a wealth coach. Since my first class in October 2003, I personally trained over 50,000 students. Blow me, I tell you, it's crazy. When I look back, all that I've done in the last 17 years is amazing, all right? Just preparing all this for this moment to share with you. I'm also a best-selling author of Spiking to the Moon. That's the title of my book. You can find it on Amazon. And in 2006, interestingly, 2006 Nielsen Net Rating showed that Dr. Chiang was Singapore's leading money and stocks options investment coach. And 10 years later, you see 2006 as a coach, 10 years later in 2016, what happened? Frost & Sullivan, one of the best known consultancy companies in the world, he said that extremely positive feedback, most respondents recognized the app or the product is new and has clear benefits. From 2006 to 2016, that's 10 years apart. So I've gone through the journey as a coach all the way to the builder and the founder of a fintech company building this powerful product on insider trading. 10 years of journey. I want you to know I'm very sincere in sharing this knowledge with you, and I wish that I can empower you to do the right stuff every day to focus your mind on. And that's my role as your wealth coach, all right? So that kind of sum up myself. Thank you for checking out me as a CEO. So are you ready? We got 4 more to go, all right? So next I'm going to talk about profits. This is kind of interesting and really exciting to look at profits, all right? Because oftentimes people ask, wow, with so many things, can ordinary folks like myself make money? And I always say to all my students, yes, you can. In fact, if you can do it once, you can do it twice. If you can do it twice, you can do it for the rest of your life. And where seeing is believing, it's important right now. I show you my 17 years journey as a wealth coach. There are 4 parts of the returns. The first one, let's look at percentage profits. Percentage profits don't really care about the money that you put in, but it looks into what kind of percentage return is possible deploying the spiking method, all right? So this student, one trade, 6 nights, 1,180%. How do he do it? Because of spikes. Stock price just keeps spiking up. Next, this lady student, 1,270% in 5 nights, spiking up. Next, this brothers, 1,687% in 2 nights, spiking up. Next, this student, 1,733%, spiking up in 4 nights. And you can see back then, I was so young, right? I hope I'm still young. Sometimes it's kind of weird when you see your old pictures of yourself, right? This student, 1,850% in 21 nights. This student, 1,967% in 2 nights. And all using our spiking strategy, all right? It's exactly what I'm sharing with you here today. 7 nights, 2,000% for this student. And this student, 3 nights, 2,033%. And this student, 2,060%, 2 nights. And of course, this student, 2,100% in 2 nights, spiking down. So you can see all this spiking up or down, but it doesn't matter the direction as long as you are able to apply the correct instrument. 27 nights, 2,200%. And this lady student, 2,233% in 19 nights. And of course, 107 nights. This one kind of interesting. I remember I interviewed him on stage and he was telling me, you know, Clement, I went away, I totally forgot about my position. When I came back, I said, what? I'm on 2,450%. I quickly sell it and realize my profit. So sometimes when you apply our strategy, things like this will happen, all right? Next, this student, 8 nights, 1 trade, 2,456%. This student, 13 nights, 2,580%. It's all about spiking up and down. 3 nights, 3,650%. 1 night, 3,700%. Are you crazy? 4,000% in 1 night. And this student, 4,043% in 1 night. And check this out, 14 nights, 4,133%. And of course, the highest of them all, 7,275%. 1 trade, 1 night. This spike was so high. Can you see the candles are hidden right here? I'm done on looking at percentage profits. I'm sharing with you all this not just to impress you, but to impress upon you. Many people been there, done that. So please don't give yourself the reason, oh, I'm a lady, I do not know how to trade. Oh, I'm a guy, I do not know how to trade. Oh, my family background, I do not know how to trade. Oh, I don't have the education, I do not know how to trade. No. Stop giving yourself excuses. Because if you look at dollar profit, it's going to drive you nuts again. This is like spiking US 2,200. All these are pure profits, by the way, in 10 nights. And this one, like pure profits, $3,200, 1 trade, 1 night. And think about this pure profits. What can you do with this extra money, right? In just the kind of trading. 3 nights, $3,570. This student, 17 nights, $3,621. And this student, 6 nights, $4,600. And it's here. He buy at 30 cents. He sell at $5. 10 contracts of the options in call. And that's it. How difficult can this be? All right. And check this out. 18 nights, US $4,720, spiking down. This lady, student, 7 nights, $4,750, pure profits. $5,880, 7 nights. And this one, 7 nights, $8,440. Going to go crazy right now again. 2 nights, $9,350. 8 nights, $10,000. Holy moly. 8 nights, $10,240. And this one, 11 nights, $10,400. And check this out, 10 hours a day. You need to commit that kind of time. There's no shortcut. 11 nights, $2,600. And 1 night, $15,494. 3 nights, $25,000. So you see here, 50 cents to $5. That's it, all right? That's 10x return. And then 1 trade, 1 night, $53,000. This is like classic. You know, when you screen capture from your brokerage account and you see a realized profit, $53,000. What can you do with this money? And this one is like crazy. 13 nights, US $100,000. Done. Let me slow down. Are there people who lose money, you might be asking? And my answer is yes. They lose money, but they acquire knowledge and wisdom. Don't let your losses kick you out of the market. Some people just can't take failures. They lose one time, lose two times. This doesn't work. But if you have fallen one time, two times, twice on riding a bicycle, and you give up on riding a bicycle, how many people out here today know how to ride a bicycle? Please say yes. It's because after a few times of falling down, you catch the balance, you found your center of gravity, you are able to ride a bicycle. Please say yes. Trading is the same. You need to get into momentum. You need to say no to failures. You no to giving up. And say yes all the time. Yes, the next spike is coming along. I'm just one spike away. Because if I'm going to show you capital return, this student in 5 months grew his entire portfolio 628%, and that's what it means to transform $25,000 to US $182,000. This student, 1,000% portfolio return. You know what's the meaning of 1,000%? It means 10 times. You have $1,000 times 10, $10,000. Now because he has $20,000 times 10, that's $235,000. And guess what? Entire portfolio growth. So we have students who've been there, done that, but ultimately, the decision is you. Because whatever decision you take today is not going to change a single thing in me or in spiking. It's not going to influence me in any single bit, but it has every influence in yourself. And I'm sharing with you all this to empower you, to edify you, to encourage you. Are you ready? I'm going to share you 100 times return. This is my record. Buy at $1, sell at $101.45. Profit percentage, 10,000%. That means 100 times. It's 100x return. So with this deal, I made about $170,000. All right? So that's it. Every one of us here are chasing for our records. Because if you come into this market, don't ask for mediocre returns like your 2% per year or 4% a year. You want to get that kind of return, jolly well, put your money in the bank. All right? It's very safe and secure. But in this climate that we are talking about, are you still able to remain safe and secure with those kind of very small returns? The answer is no. You know, one of the biggest hurts of this current situation is the gig economy. Those people who are freelancing, whether they are driving a Uber or Grab, or they are doing delivery service or giving part-time tuition, part-time classes, you know, overnight your additional second and third income stream wipe out. Because once governments of the world implement a city lockdown, you can't travel. Once they lock down on social distancing, you can't meet with people. All these freelancers are out of job. And you need to keep your mind alive and alert and active all the time. You need to focus on something. That's why I'm showing you this, where the title is called Seeing is Believing. And I hope you believe in yourself. Give yourself this chance. So I'm done on profits, and I want to check back. How are you doing? Are you okay? We got 3 more to go. I hope you're having fun so far, and I'm having so much fun. For me, it's like, you know, deja vu is like looking back since like 17 years ago, what I've done so much, and my little contribution to the world, to the body of knowledge, to the body of investors and traders, and contributing whatever I can, and I feel very heartfelt and very grateful. I'm able to do so much things at such a young age. But I'm not exactly young anymore. I already shared with you like 17 years ago until now, so I'm not that young anymore, but I feel blessed. I feel blessed today. I'm still in a healthy condition that I'm able to share this knowledge with you. But I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to look at it with an open mind and see for yourself whether is this something worthwhile for you to pursue. All right? So, all ready? Let's go on. We got 3 more to go, and please say yes. So I'm going to switch back over here. Holy moly. We're going to go into our secrets. And I call it the Secrets of Wealth Trilogy is so important. Especially when I mentioned it's called using legal insider trading, alright? So first let's look at the system. The system goes like this. Yes, I want the 2020 Silver Spiking Program to get a wealth management system. Secret number 1 is insider trading. Do we have the tools for you? My answer is yes. Because over here, our tool allows you to follow billionaires, millionaires, and whale strategy. You exactly be able to mirror them. And most importantly to me is knowing when to mirror them and at what price. So our system is able to give you exactly that. Right now we are tracking over 180,000 insiders with one goal in mind, to help you make money. Next, secret number 2 and number 3. Secret number 2 is fundamental analysis. Secret number 3 is technical analysis. Now, we have the data here. We call it the spiking smart and intelligent AI robot that performs. Because we do a scoring. We do a spike strategy. We are able to help you connect the spikes. We have the time period. 3 time period, in fact. We have 3 weeks, 3 months, as well as 1 year. That we track from the moment of the spike or the news. Did the stock price spike up or down? We have the blue arrow. We have the daily updates. Holy moly, all this, so much investment went into building this product so that you can perform the right approach in fundamental and technical analysis. Secret number 4, I think this is super important. This is what we call the key triggers. All right, I call it the alerts, whereby you can connect the spikes with verified buy-sell prices. This is so important. So we are looking at things like earnings, FDA, public offerings, CEOs, 20 different spike categories, so that you totally, no chance for you to miss out on the market. We also have the spike filter and the calendar, so you can lock down on your own calendar. You know exactly when to look for what and where to play. So you have 4 secrets put on together, and check this out. But truly the ultimate secret number 1 is this. You need an hands-on experience with me. And I can tell you, not because I'm proud, but because I know you have so many questions, that what you want to get out from this program is you ask, you see my face, I give you straight away a straight answer, boom, knowledge stays with you for life. That's why you need a live session with me, alright? So we have a ultimate secret number 1. In the live session, you truly understand the foundation of every single thing that we do at Spiking, from how we build the software, how I design the method, and how we execute the strategy. Every single step. 2 days program, you learn, and you'll be able to interact and ask questions together with your cohort of students, alright? So this is very powerful. I tell you, this is the real secret why our students can learn very fast, because you have direct impact with me, the teacher. And I can tell you, even as I conduct the class over Zoom, it's even much more personable, because you can focus on the screen and I can focus on how I deliver the instruction across to you. Bam, bam, bam. Secret number 2 and secret number 3. I share with you, I look at 3 instruments all the time. Stocks, options, as well as cryptos. So I'm also sharing with you options trading. You need to know how to deploy options trading, in particularly at this market. Next, you also need to know about cryptos trading. And I have a very long-term view. I can tell you the next decade, the next Jack Ma, 10 years later, who will be the guy? Let me tell you, the guy who's involved in cryptos. So you got to start early, not wait 10 years later. All right, it's too late. So all this, again, options trading, another 2 full days with me. Cryptos trading, another separate 2 full days with me. So all you need to do is come on board and learn with me. And by the way, you have a lot of time because you're stuck at home. You are served with a home order. So don't tell me you got no time, all right? The government already say your city is locked down, and your city council is telling you stop your socializing, and in fact there's a social distancing. And how much better in all the past years of your life until today? How can you jolly well be so focused at a single one point in time? I can tell you the season is now. The season is absolutely now. So, putting all this together, check this out. Whew. I want to be very detailed about this because people do not know what it takes to build a fintech company. I'm going to tell you, we are like crazy, raise so much money, burn so much cash to do what? You see, what I'm going to share with you in the stocks trading class for 2 days is worth $9,997. Options trading class, the knowledge. There are more than 70 different strategies, but the strategy I'm going to give you is the most powerful of them all. $4,997. Cryptos trading. There are more than 2,000 altcoins out there, but which one exactly do you want to follow and execute? I'm going to share with you right here in the 2 days class, $4,997. And the 3 months enterprise suite to spiking is already worth $1,782. 6 weeks of the spiking masterclass. The moment you join our system, you can watch the masterclass instantly. $2,997. There's a ranking of insiders and stocks to shorten and so fasten your speed in understanding who is really important and who really matters. $1,997. Our Spiking Pro app, we give you unlimited data access. $1,997. Portfolio Performance Benchmark. You benchmark yourself against the best insiders of the world. $997. Total value, $29,761. And all you need to do is to go to this website, spiking.com/say yes. Why? Because today I'm going to do something unprecedented. Never ever happened before. It's only in our very, very first Virgin online webinar class. Once in a lifetime bonus, 3 complimentary classes I'm going to give you today for free. First one is the 2-day stocks trading class. Second is the options trading class, another 2 days. And the cryptos trading class, another 2 days. All these 3 classes will be for free. 100% free satisfaction guaranteed. Alright? And I dare to say this proudly because I've trained for 17 years of my life. And I built a fantastic product that has been acknowledged by key industry players. They know it's a very powerful product. All this is in. And when we put this together, total value is $29,761. And I want to emphasize on this point. These are real value. So much investment put into building the product and the know-how, the spiking method, the spiking strategy today, only for today, $1,997. So if you are ready, go right now to spiking.com/say yes. And straight away you can take advantage of this offer, right? And this is very limited. I do not know when it's going to be over soon. When it's over, that's it, it's gone, all right? This is only first time ever for my online webinar class, I'm offering this. And with this, I want to share with you what our recent students have shared about our program, all right? So this is our recent student. Recently, I've been teaching Mandarin in Taiwan and Singapore and Malaysia. And so this student, first time she made 197% profit in the stock market, and she's totally a complete newbie in the stock market, never invested her whole life. The moment she made like 197%, wow, she went crazy and say, thank you Spiking for the gift. Next, this student, right, first time experiencing 70% profit on his stocks position, applying exactly what we taught him. And this only recently, like October 15, 2019, all right? Next student, 1st November 2019, his first time breaking a record 215% profit return. Do you know what it means to get 215% profit return for stocks? Because if you apply options, it will be 2,150% profit return, 10 times the leverage. But you know, for stocks to break 100% in one day is already impossible. Our students did it in one day, 1天. This student broke her 100% profit 3 times. Not 1 time, 3 times. And this is a milestone itself. The moment you can make 100% profit return yourself, it's like a mental breakthrough. All right, and this is what you need to chase after. And this student, 4th of March, first time breaking 100% profit. All right, it went crazy also. And because why? He applied the spiking strategy on the COVID-19 environment. This is a recent student, March 27. First time making 464% profit return in stocks. If she apply options, holy moly, she'll go crazy, right? If she apply options. So all this combination of students sharing, there's so many of them. So this is how we're going to support you. All right, you can join us at our Facebook groups at Spiking, facebook.com/groups/spikings. You read about my daily meditation as well as some of the student sharing, and also I'll be posting interesting articles. This is how I can support you as well. So with all this in mind, woohoo! How are you doing so far? Are you still alive? Because next I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind, right? This is what I want to show you. If you are serious about investing and trading, then you must go for the top awards. This is all from our 17 years of teaching students, worldwide 50,000 students I taught so far. Number 10, 2,200%. 9, 2,233%. Number 8, 2,455%. Number 7, 2,580%. Number 6, woohoo! 3,650%. Rank number 5, 3,700%. Number 4, 4,000%. Number 3, 4,042%. Number 2, 4,133%. And number 1 goes to Freddie, 7,275%. I want you to see this because you need to set a higher benchmark for yourself. When you apply the spiking method and spiking strategy, you go for the top honors. Please say yes. So with that, we come to the very, very last part, and that's taking action. So at this point in time, I've seen so many questions firing off to our Zendesk and as well in the chat's comment section. Let's tackle them one by one, all right? I want to make sure you're perfectly clear about our spiking wealth management system and you're ready to go, all right? Number 1, I still have questions, Clemen, who to contact. No worries. We have a very dedicated team. Just write us an email, info@spiking.com, all right? And we have a way of managing the ticketing system. Once an inquiry comes in, our engineers will take the time to reply to you, all right? So no worries, just ask us questions. Just be very specific in your questions and we'll respond to you. Number 2, do you offer support if I get stuck using the system? Okay, now how I'm going to answer this question is this, all right? First of all, you must get into my live class. Remember, I'm giving you 3 live classes today. The stocks trading class, the cryptos trading class, as well as the options trading class. In the class, the way I teach is you can ask unlimited amount of questions because that's through interaction, you learn the fastest, all right? So first thing first, before you even start using a system, please make sure you attend the live class first with me. And so when I say live class means I'm conducting over Zoom because right now we cannot really meet in person. But in Zoom, yes, the answer is yes. So after that, once you start applying and going to the system to use what other support you need, no problem. Just go and ask the questions in our Facebook group, or you can drop us an email at info@spiking.com. All right. So we are here to make sure you are successful in this journey. Number 3, what if I already have an account? I can tell you if you already account, all the more you know the value from today's offer is unprecedented, never heard before. You got to sign up, all right? Because from the moment you sign up, you enjoy 1 year of service from us. Very important. And then the 3 classes, you know, most of you have not attended my options trading class as well as my cryptos trading class. But when I present the stocks trading class, I'm teaching new materials, new contents all over again. So you, even though you have an account, I want to encourage you to take up the offer. Number 4, what happens after 12 months? Good question. So typically after 12 months, we want to continue supporting our students. We'll give you a very, very good renewal rates. So let's see what happens for this coronavirus. But our heart typically goes out to the students, because if you are committed, we are more than committed to support you after your 12 months, 1 year service is up, all right? So don't worry about that. Number 5, I'm in, but I can't see the spiking wealth management system. So typically you have faced this issue when you're using the Facebook account to log in, all right? So for our wealth management system, you have to use your Facebook account to log in, because you want to make sure you're a real person logging in, all right? So if you can't see it, no problem, just drop us an email at info@spiking.com. We'll resolve that technical issue for you. Number 6, what other tools do I need? You do not need any other tools, because every single other tools that you have across the planet is found in our spiking system. No, I'm joking. Of course, you need other tools. The other tools is called reading. You need to read up. But the spiking wealth management system will show you where to read, what to read, so that you get the right answer. But in terms of trading tools alone, on insider trading, I can tell you we have almost everything on our platform. If there's something missing, please drop me a note. I'm more than curious to know what else is missing. Because what else is missing, in fact, I will make sure our engineers put into a backlog and build it for you. Okay, how's that as a deal, all right? So come on board as our customer, and we'll take your feedback very seriously. In fact, I can tell you through the years how we built the platform to where it is today. It went through many, many iterations. And that's because we responded very fast to any questions or feedback that our customers give to us, and we act on it, all right? So that's how I'm going to answer you this question. Very good. Keep it alive. Number 7. What's the difference between spiking and Bloomberg? Oh, thank you so much for comparing us to Bloomberg. And you know, strangely enough, I had a Bloomberg sales staff trying to sell me the Bloomberg terminal, right? And I say, okay, why don't we do something? We put 2 of our computer screens side by side. I opened up the spiking wealth management system, and you open up your Bloomberg terminal. Guess what? We have a far, far more superior product in the world of insider trading. I don't think they are any way close to us, all right? But of course, Bloomberg has its purpose. They've been serving corporate clients, typically the MNCs, the hedge fund family officers. But based on this, you know, word has started to get around. People start to know about spiking. And you know what? Many of them prefer to use spiking than use Bloomberg, because we are so focused on what is spiking the stock price. That is our niche, and that is our ultimate strength, all right? Question number 8. Is the system accessible from mobile phone? Absolutely. You can use your mobile device, go to the browser, visit us at spiking.com, and you can log in from there, and you can trade on the go. But of course, when it comes to trading, you still need to trade through a brokerage house, all right? If I buy today, are there any upsells? No, whatever you need today for today's offering, you have everything, unless you're looking at Asian markets. Now, we have another product for Asian markets where you are trading in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, or China stock markets. That's a separate product itself. But I can tell you, whatever you need today is all here, right? And in fact, the upselling really is not necessary for you right now, unless you are looking at very, very advanced. So we have a program where I work closely with students on a 1-year program. But that's something I'll share with you much later on, until you come on board today, all right? Number 10, do you have a payment plan? Unfortunately, we used to have a payment plan in the past, but we no longer offer that. Because why? There's these 2 big companies in the world that's already doing, and we don't intend to supersede them. They are called Visa and MasterCard. So if you have a credit card today, you can just use your credit card to sign up for our spiking wealth management system, and you can take your time to pay the credit card, because as long as you pay on time and you can spread over 12 months, that's something between you and your credit card company arrangement, all right? So help yourself on that. Number 11, why do I need the system now? You absolutely need the system now. It's no longer a why. You know what it takes to go through isolation, do nothing, can't talk to anybody? You need to focus your mind. And I can tell you, this is the single best activity I can think of to help you tide through this COVID-19 period. Not only will we help you to align your mental focus, you also have a chance to make massive amount of money in the market with the know-how and the data that we are giving you. So my answer, yes, you absolutely need the system now. Number 12, I can't afford 1997 now, how? Now for this question, how I want to respond is, I want to encourage you, if you can't afford it, maybe you need to get together your family members to support you on this, all right? Maybe you and your brothers or your sisters, or you with your parents, and say, can we do this activity together as a family? And so if you do that, you spread the cost across the number of family members you have, it becomes much more affordable. And it's good because everyone is committed to trade together, all right? So that's something you can start planning as a family activity because you're going to be stuck at home anyway. Number 13, can I get a refund? Yes, absolutely. We offer a 12-day refund period. If at any point in time you are not happy with our product, just go ahead and ask for a refund, all right? But the moment you take part in any one of our 3 classes, whether it's stocks trading, options trading, or cryptos trading, refund no longer applies, all right? Because I'll be sharing with you real-time, straight on, very, very powerful information. Number 14, how do I access the spiking wealth management system? Very simple. If you need to log into, you already bought the system, all you need to do is go to spiking.com/wealth. Very easy to remember, right? Just spiking.com/wealth. And next over here, I've yet to receive the email from Spiking after I bought the system. How? Very easy. Contact us, info@spiking.com. All right. So I can tell this is the first time we are launching this. So bear with us if we are not responding fast enough because we got so many people signing up right now. All right. But once you enter into the Zendesk ticketing system, we'll definitely respond to each and every single question. Okay. Now it's time for you to take massive action. Go to spiking.com. Yes, right now. Yes, right now. Okay. And with that in mind, I'm going to sum up today's class. Holy moly. Are you ready? We finished the first time in my history, the inaugural online webinar class. I'm so happy we finally did it together. High five, we finally did it together, and yes. And I want to thank you for staying throughout with me. I hope the information I share with you today has empowered you and given you the passion that I've lived for the last 17 years. I'm so passionate in investing, and I hope this passion will rub off you. And during this time, I also want to bless you with the best of health, especially you and your family members. Stay safe, practice social distancing, and most importantly, keep spiking your mind, all right? Keep spiking your mind, stay alert, and you'll be able to ride through this tough time. And all the best, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Goodbye.